So you want to make it as a creator. You've come to the right place. In this video, I'm going to break down the step-by-step process that I believe it takes to become a full-time creator. Hey creators, Eamon here. This is where I help creators go full-time. A little backstory, I run a real estate media business that turns over around $500,000 a year. We have 2 employees. I also have 2 music projects. One where I DJ at local festivals in my state. Another one where I create alternative pop music, and it's really good. If you ask me, you can check it out. It's called Cozy Guy. And also I have a podcast and I create YouTube videos as well. So I have been a full-time creator for many, many years now, at least 5 years. And I've been creating my entire life as well. So that's a little backstory in terms of, where these steps are coming from and why I'm creating this video, because I would have loved to have found a video like this 10 years ago because I was working in jobs that I did not like. And if you relate to that at all, then you know within yourself that you need to make it as a creator. And there's a bunch of different things about, what that means for you, but we'll get to that in step 2. Let's get straight into it. So the first one is to become obsessed. Now, if you're not already obsessed, then you need to become obsessed. Now, what do I mean by obsessed? I mean, you're thinking about being a full-time creator all day, every day. You're thinking about the thing that you're passionate about, whether it's photography, video, anything. You're thinking about that all day long because you are obsessed with it, right? You're going to sleep, you're scheming, you're coming up with ideas about why can't I do this full-time? Why am I stuck in this job? Why do I have to do that? Why am I not doing this? This is what I mean by you have to be obsessed, right? And if you're not at that level, I guarantee you there's millions of other creators out there that are going to be working harder than you to get where you want to go. Now, that's not to say that there isn't space for all of us, because I genuinely believe that there is, okay? Everyone is their own niche. This is another side tip. I've made videos on this before, but you are your own niche, my friend. People want you because of you. There's a bunch of other people that do real estate videos in my city, but people like working with me because it's me, right? Because of the particular service and value that I provide. So become obsessed with the thing that you want to do. If you don't already, provide a product or a service, or you're trying to work with small businesses, or you're trying to create content, I imagine you're trying to do any or all of these things. If you haven't done any of them, then this, the next few steps might be a little bit more advanced in terms of the journey that you're on, but they'll still be helpful to you. But this is where this is the foundation for you making it as a creator, because the world is hard. It's very tough out there, and it's unforgiving, and nobody cares, and nobody's going to help you. That's the straight up truth. So if you're not absolutely obsessed, like deranged obsessed with becoming a full-time creator, then just have a think about whether or not this pathway is for you or not. I'm not saying this is necessary for you to become a full-time creator, because I know a lot of full-time creators that have gotten into it by having a casual hobby that's just turned into it, but I would say that they are in the minority. So moving on, step 2 is to reverse engineer. So what you need to do is reverse engineer your future dream creative life, right? And I have a dream creative life course. It's in my description. It's on my website. It's $29 or something. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. Where I do a deep dive into what I'm about to tell you right now. And essentially what you need to do is get very clear on exactly what you want to have your life consist of as a creator. You wake up, what does your day look like? What does your dream day look like? And from there, once you've gotten extremely clear on what that looks like, you need to reverse engineer the steps to get there, right? So, and this should be pretty obvious, realistically. If you know exactly how you want to feel and what your life looks like on a day-to-day, on a moment-to-moment basis, then you should be able to, even if you don't know the exact steps, right? You should be able to go, okay, I think it's probably going to take this step. I'll have to take that step, and then that, and then that, and then that, and then that. And then in a year's time, my day might look like this. And on top of that, you need to also have weekly KPIs. So in any business, they have key performance indicators, right? And if you are hitting all these KPIs, that means you are performing at the level that you want in terms of to reach your goals, whether it's more revenue, more income, or profit, whatever, okay? And I've found it very helpful for me to actually run my life like a business in terms of I have weekly KPIs for myself. And sure, some weeks I don't perform all of my KPIs, and that's okay. But the idea of them is that I've got 5 to 7 KPIs. And I believe that if I'm hitting these KPIs, then I will reach my dream creative life by 2025, 2030, whatever the year is, okay? And I cannot tell you how helpful this has been, because it gives your mind a clear pathway for exactly how to get to where you want to go, okay? And this is invaluable because your mind needs that. Your mind needs leadership, okay? And if you write down exactly how you want to think and feel and what your dream day looks like, and you look at that every single day, and then you know the exact steps that you need to get there, and then you also know what, your 5 KPIs that you need to be hitting each week, go to the gym every day, for example, is a KPI. Oh, I went to the gym 4 times this week, then I didn't fully hit that KPI, but you can reflect on that. That's just an example. Okay, and this is going to lead you to your dream creative life. You're reverse engineering it, right? Rather than just going out there and being like, I'm going to be a creative, because, sometimes our mind needs taming as a creative, as you probably know, right? It's better to have a system in place that's actually going to help you get there. And when you're looking at this every day, it's hard not to keep yourself accountable, all right? So that's step 2. Step 3 is to create content, right? Now, this can be an overwhelming step, but chances are, if you are a modern artist, you recognize that content creation is the play, right? And the hardest part about this is finding the version of content creation that works for you, okay? So again, if I wanted to be a real estate videographer and say I wanted to get paid by that, or I want to be a YouTuber and say I wanted to get paid by doing that and selling products or whatever it is, okay? Then I would need to, again, reverse engineer exactly how one would get there, right? But then you need to create content about that thing. The reason that's important is because it creates authority for you. People will believe you are who you say you are, even if you don't believe it just yet, okay? I promise you, this is how it works, right? And the more people believe you and believe who you say you are, and the more actions you take to tell yourself that you are who you say you are, the more you will believe that as well, the more you will actually become that person, right? There is a self-belief element to this, but creating content will reaffirm your self-belief. You don't have to come across and say you're an expert on anything, okay? Just as I'm not saying I'm an expert on this either. You can do whatever you want, my dude. This is just what has worked for me, And I'm just creating content about this because I'm passionate about it, okay? I love talking about creativity. I love helping creators go full-time and breaking free from the shackles of modern society, alrighty? And yeah, this is what deeply fulfills me. So creating content about it. And what works for me is long-form YouTube content, right? Some people make TikTok, some people make Instagram Reels, whatever it may be, okay? So a lot of people that can blow up on different platforms, but you have to figure out the one that's sustainable for you, that you enjoy the most, that you can create as much of as possible on a week-to-week basis, okay? And I've figured out that on my current schedule, making 2 videos a week right now is working for me. I'd love to up it, but this is what I'm capable of right now, and that's what I'm going to hold myself accountable to, and it's getting me results, right? Just tested something and it's getting me results. You can just test other things, right? So creating content needs to be a part of your lifestyle now. If you're a painter, you think you just want to paint, but unfortunately, if you are obsessed with the thing, you need everybody to know that you're doing that thing. You need everybody to think that you're a master at that thing and that you're obsessed with that thing and that's all that you do. Because otherwise, people won't believe you and you won't actually become the person that you think you want to, that you're trying to become. Okay, so that's step 3 is create content nonstop about the thing that you want to create, about the thing you want to make it as. Step 4 is make products. All right. Now, there's a bunch of different ways that you can go about doing this as well. Again, if you're a painter, you sell your actual paintings, right? You're a photographer, you sell your prints. Or you sell a course on how you actually got those photos, how you find the locations to take those photos, right? And that can be targeted at creators, or that can be targeted at, you can sell both. You can have a store that sells your prints and also a course that sells to other creators. So myself, for example, I run a real estate media company, okay? That's where the bulk of the revenue comes in for the business, okay? And I service real estate agents. That's one business I have over here. Second business is I create YouTube videos, and that, helps creators And if they see value in what I'm saying in my free content, then they click on the link in the bio or the description, whatever it is, and they throw a tiny bit of money to actually get an insane value like in return. Right? So that's another audience that I'm providing value to through content because I'm passionate about doing it. And you bet that in my real estate media business as well, I'm creating content, dropping content all day, every single day on Instagram, providing value to my target audience, which is real estate agents, right? You know who else in my city is doing that? There's maybe hundreds of other people that are providing the same service as me in Brisbane, in my city. You know how many other people are providing valuable content to their target audience, to real estate agents via their platform of choice, Instagram? Pieces to camera? Zero. Nobody. I haven't found anybody. Okay. Maybe a few do it here or there, but nobody does it every single day. And that differentiates me like crazy. Okay. Because nobody else is doing it. That's kind of on the create content point. But when it comes to creating products, say you want to get into videography, right? You realize maybe you want to work with real estate agents or brokers or whoever it is. Then you want to try and, do that thing for free for those people. And then perhaps create a product and say, hey, this is my offering. Would you like to purchase this product? And on the creative side for me, whether you're creating content on YouTube or whatever, hey, this is my painting and this is how I made this painting. This is how I came up with the idea for this painting, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I've got a course on how you come up with creative painting ideas. It's only $20, link in bio, whatever it is, okay? This is a modern creator. This is what a modern creator does, okay? If they want to make it and go full time, okay? So creating products is the way that you will actually make money off of your art. So let's recap. You've become obsessed, right? You're absolutely obsessed with going full-time as a creator, making it as a creator, right? You've reverse engineered exactly where you want to go. You know exactly how you're going to get there, and you know how you're going to keep yourself accountable on a week-to-week basis. You create content around the thing that you're obsessed about every single day. You drop it as often as you can to your target audience, right? And it could be a bunch of different target audiences. You just have to get clear on what your messaging is. And then you create products around the thing that you're obsessed with, right? And you market that product through all of the content that you're creating in the most sustainable way that works for you. So they're the steps so far. And the final step, and this is the scariest one, is to commit. Now, what does that actually mean? Well, again, as I said, I've been a full-time creator for many years now. And I can see now looking back that I could have been a full-time creator for a very, very long time. And in fact, I'm still not living the creative dream life that I would like to say that I want to be living, because it changes on the day-to-day basis, as yours will. When you reach a goal, it'll change. You'll have another idea of what you actually want to do, right? But the way I could have done that earlier is if I committed to myself, to the business, to everything, right? And that means jumping off a cliff completely. And it's terrifying because you will feel like your entire family, all of your friends, they're judging you. You have a lot of people telling you that it's not going to work. You'll have a lot of doubting thoughts on your own, right? If you can find other friends that are trying to do the same thing and you support them and they support you, that's going to make your journey a hell of a lot easier. And also keep you a little bit sane. And you can also collaborate with those people as well. But the biggest thing and the scariest thing, and I can't even understate how important this is to commit. And that means jumping off the edge. That means potentially looking at, quitting a job at a particular point when maybe it could be safe, but maybe it's not fully safe. Taking risks, right? Betting on yourself. Because if you don't actually do that, then you're never going to get to exactly where you want to go. And again, this is the scariest part of it, but this is the only part that's actually not the only part. It's also a necessary step to actually get where you want to go. So creators, hopefully this was the video that you needed to see right now, because this is the video that I would have loved to have seen many, many years ago, right? If you have any questions, I would love to help you. But again, you can feel free to check out those courses. If you want a discount on any of them, whatever, I don't know. I'm happy to send it to you for free. I don't care right now, right? I just want you to become a full-time creator, right? And these are the steps that have helped me, and hopefully you've gotten some value out of this video. And I'll see you in the next one.